Hi guys, in this video I'm gonna tell you how American thrash metal legends Overkill are live in 2024. So I'll talk about what I liked, what I disliked, and if you should go and see this band live. I have been a metalhead for over 40 years and I see over 100 bands live each year, so it's super weird that I had never seen Overkill, especially considering that they kind of came from the same scene like, Metallica, Megadeth, Slayer and those bands back in the 80s. Part of the reason is that fate just never brought them close to me, and the other reason is that I was never a big fan of this band. I didn't have any of their albums, don't know a lot of their songs, I know some of their songs but not a lot of them, so I was never really excited about this band, but I still felt that I had to take them off my list, and the album that they released last year was actually kind of a grower, so I thought, okay, I gotta go and see this. So with very modest expectations, I got my ass to that venue. The venue is a 700 capacity venue here in Prague. The gig was organized by Obscure Promotion. They basically have more or less all the extreme metal here in Prague. It wasn't packed when I came, it was between acts, but that was to change when Overkill came on. Now my first impression immediately was like, shit, I'm in an old school thrash metal show. It was loud, it was sweaty, there was mosh pitting, and that energy kind of stayed throughout the show. And you just can't avoid noticing how great Bobby Blitz is as a frontman. I mean, the singing, of course it's not opera singing, but he sings this stuff really, really well. He's got a great sense of humor. He said, guys, I can't see you, but I can smell you. Or every year I come here, you're a little bit uglier, but so am I. So he had all these cool things that he kind of dropped in between songs. And then also when he's singing, he's quite kind of theatrical. He's, doing all these hand gestures, some of them that I'm not going to put on a YouTube video, but he's, like kind of acting with his singing that kind of brings a different dimension. And it's so obvious that this guy has done this a million times before, but he still brings an energy that makes you feel that he's doing it either for the first time or for the last fucking time in his life. Now the sound and the tightness of the band was also very, very good, but I felt there was something off with the bass player. I just couldn't put my finger on it, but I was kind of, keeping an eye on him, and then I was going to find out later, and we'll talk about that later. Now this band keeps the energy level super, super high. They drove through a set list of like 16 songs of 11 albums in like 90 minutes, and it's almost as if they don't give the crowd a chance to catch their breath. And when they do, it's these short jokes where people are really kind of switched on. Now the stage setup was pretty cool with these kind of Marshall amps stacked on each side of the stage and then the drums on a riser. And there was some lights and some smoke, but it's nothing that kind of takes away from the performance and the energy that the band is giving to the crowd. And as I said, I felt though that there was something with the bass player, and like kind of far into the program actually, Bobby Blitz says, oh, this guy here, he just came on board 2 days ago because our other bass player got injured. And that made it just amazing. The guy was just playing a show 2 days after he joined the band. He probably knew the songs and all that stuff, but that's made it all make sense because he was very focused when he was playing. And also I could kind of feel that he was watching what the guitar player is doing. And I was thinking sometimes when I saw it, I was like, is he trying to learn the songs or something? But I didn't know because as I said, never been a big fan of this band, so I wouldn't have known. It could have been the old bass player, but yeah, I didn't catch his name, so I'd be very happy if you were there, or if you know who this guy is. He's German, but I didn't catch the name. Now, if you enjoy concert reviews like this, I'll be very happy if you'd like this video, subscribe to my channel, and ring that notification bell so you never miss a new video. Now, the pros of this concert is that it felt like traveling back in time. I felt that I stepped into a time machine and I was back in like 85, 86, 87 or something like that. That was old school thrash metal gig, sweaty, loud, noisy, all that stuff. It's an amazing frontman, both as a singer and also just as a comedian, or he's just fun. He's great with the crowd, and he loved being there. The energy level in the band was amazing, and that kind of radiated into the crowd. These songs, for me, are much more fun than on the albums. They just get a new life somehow. Even the songs that I knew, they just sounded so much more fun live than on the albums. And the diversity of the setlist. I think, a band that put out an album last year, but they played of 11 different albums, 16 songs. I think everybody got something that they were looking for. Now the negatives. I can't say anything negative. I'm really trying to be negative, but I can't be negative about this. So I'm actually gonna give this concert 9 out of 10. If I would have known those songs, like a lot of the crowd did, I think I would have given this 10 out of 10. Talking about bass players in Overkill, you know that David Ellison, he played with them on the US tour. I actually went to his concert the other day, and you should check that out up here.